very excited to be in New York for a few days, and I thought it'd be fun to bring you along with me. I am here for a little work trip with YouTube. It's just a one-day thing, and then of course I wanted to extend it a day and do some fun shopping. I have actually only ever been to New York City in December for the holidays, so I am so excited to see a little bit more greenery and not have to bundle up so much this time, although I do love the holidays here in the city. But I just got in to a gorgeous hotel. I splurged a little bit for the room, but it felt right. It felt right. I just had to stay here. It's so beautiful and it's in a new area, so I'm excited to explore more of the Tribeca area, and it's really close to SOHO. I usually stay in the Upper East Side because I do feel like that's my vibe. I love Gossip Girl and I love strolling up there. But I decided to stay down here for one because of the hotel, and I thought I could shop and do SOHO today and then do Central Park in a few days when I'm just on my own solo. So very excited to explore this area. I hear really good things about it. It is supposed to be super safe. I am here solo, which feels a little strange. This is my first full solo trip. So we're hanging out for it. But I just got to the gorgeous room, blown away by the design. I love it. And it's also fairly close to where I'm heading with YouTube tomorrow, to the Google Pier. So I think I should be able to walk there if the weather is nice. I'm sure I'm going to be getting my steps in this trip. I love to just stroll and meander with a little coffee in hand and probably some warm honey because my voice is still not recovered from my allergies, which is an annual thing for me. I don't take Zyrtec. Usually when I get to the room, I unpack right away, but I figured I could do that tonight because I'm not sure I'm going to be doing a lot of night exploring solo. I'm not really sure. So I'm going to just head out. I feel like I need to freshen up a little bit, but I don't really want to unpack my bags. My hair is no longer curled after the flight. Thankfully, it was a very smooth flight into LaGuardia. So let's head out and explore. I need to grab some lunch. Had lots of snacks, but need a good meal. So I don't even know where to head, but we're going to figure it out together. So let's go. Here is a quick look at my travel outfit. I normally wear Air Essentials and go super comfy, but I knew for this trip I was just going to sort of hit the ground running and explore as soon as I got here. So I went ahead and got dressed in something comfy. This Hill House dress I've had for 2 years. I don't know if they still have it, but it is just one of my go-tos. Super comfy, very bum friendly. And then I threw on this pink cardigan because I thought it might be chilly, but it's actually kind of humid even though it's in the 60s here. Very overcast today. And then I am wearing my comfy go-to white sneakers. And my hair is pretty dirty, so I just kind of threw it back a little bit because I'm going to wash it in the morning. And then carrying my little Chanel bag. So I switched to my long chomp. I might want to bring an umbrella, so I'm actually going to switch my bag to my Longchamp tote. So I landed at LaGuardia around lunchtime, got in a taxi and headed to my hotel. I stayed at Hotel Phuket, which is in the Tribeca area, and it's my first time staying more south of the city, and I have to say I really loved the location. It was a lot more quiet, just more quaint and easy to really explore a lot of different areas of New York. So once I got in, I didn't even bother unpacking. I just headed out for lunch because I definitely needed something. There was a Maman pretty much a block over from the hotel, so I went there. It's one of my favorite spots in New York, and I grabbed a tuna sandwich, which was better than I even expected. It had just a lot of different flavors to it. It had a little bit of an olive taste, which I love olives. Just wanted to mention that in case you do not though. And after I just rested my legs, got a little bite to eat, I headed out to explore. From Amman, I headed up to West Village, and my goal here was to, for one, see the area. I've always heard good things about West Village as far as it being some celebrities live there. There's lots of shops and just quaint little streets. So my first stop in West Village was the Love Shack Fancy. Perused in there a little bit. They had so many cute things, but not exactly anything I was looking for. And then I just kind of strolled around. I didn't have any plans, which is just how I like it. Just if I saw a store I wanted to pop into, just kind of meandered around, or just piddled around, as I would say. I did go into Doen, which is a brand I haven't shopped at before. I feel like they are starting to become a lot more popular online. So I wanted to see what they were about. Again, nothing caught my eye. And from here, I strolled to Cornelia Street, which I cannot believe I've been to New York a handful of times and still have never been to Cornelia Street. So I was excited to check that off of my New York to-do list. It was a very quiet road, lots of cobblestone streets in the area. From Cornelia Street, I strolled through Washington Square Arch just to see it. I actually ended up resting my legs here a little bit. I was starting to get tired and knew I needed a little afternoon pick-me-up at this point. So I headed over to Levon, I think is how you say it, Bakery, which is a cookie store that I have always wanted to try. They have these very thick cookies, and I grabbed one of those. It did not disappoint. They're served warm. I walked down Broadway, popped into H&M, and unfortunately everything looked horrible on me. I tried on 2 of the dresses, decided not even to go for the 3rd because I just knew it was not going to be my day. So didn't leave with anything at H&M, but they did have some really pretty styles. And then I cut through SOHO on my way back to the hotel and went in and out of a lot of different stores. I went into Dior, I went into the Chanel. I got back to the hotel at around 5:30 and was exhausted from the day. Oh my gosh, you guys, there was just no going back out. I got back to the room at like 5:30. I need to do a little recap of what I've been up to, but I took a hot shower, FaceTimed the fam, ordered room service, and I didn't even want to be bothered to go down to like sit at the bar. It's like, bring me some pasta. I thought that was like the safest option. It was okay. I wouldn't order it again, but it basically was just like pasta with some marinara on it. But it was exactly what I needed. And now I'm about to finish the other half of my yummy cookie. I'm watching a Molly Mae vlog. And I am just gonna like be right here and not leave. It is 7:20. I'm sure this bed's gonna be really comfy. I actually didn't buy anything today. I even tried something on at H&M, which I never ever try anything on in a store. I'd rather just buy it, and if it doesn't work, return it. But with a bump now, I was like, I am not gonna put this in my luggage and bring it home and deal with all that. And thankfully I did, because I was 0 for 3 in there. Really, I tried on the first 2 things and they were not cute. And I was like, I'm not even wasting my time with the 3rd because I already know it's not my day. You know you have like the good shopping days and the bad shopping days. Yeah. It looked really promising on the hanger, but I'm more so looking forward to shopping up in the Upper East Side. Saks is having their gift card promotion this weekend, so that was really good timing. Anyway, I just need to scroll TikTok for a little bit. Honestly, I think I overate a little bit. When you're pregnant, that's very easy to do. I feel like I get full so fast. I have to eat smaller meals. So even this cookie, I might just have a bite of it for now and have some hot water and honey, which has been my go-to the past week for my voice. And it's also just very tasty and soothing. So I'm gonna enjoy that and gonna enjoy my quiet little night. I might see if I can watch. I've been watching The Summer I Turned Pretty. I'm almost done with the 2nd season. I think that's all there is. I'm not positive, but I feel like it hasn't been out that long. So I have like 1 or 2 episodes to watch that. So I might put it on my computer and just enjoy my quiet little night. And tomorrow we have a fun day with YouTube shopping. And I'm excited to see some very familiar faces. I didn't touch base with a lot of YouTube girlies, but I know Marnie, Miss Gold Girl, will be there. And I think I haven't met, actually I met Jen, but I haven't met a lot of YouTube girlies in person, so I'm sure I'll see some familiar faces. I'm excited to bring y'all along. So that's day 1 for New York. I I ordered some room service breakfast, which I booked the hotel directly and they offered a breakfast voucher for each day. So I definitely took advantage of this. I ordered room service, got ready for the event. All right, I need to rush out the door. I'm not really running late, but I want to walk there because it's along the Hudson River. But I'm gonna have to like briskly walk at this point because I do want to get a coffee and walk. But here is what I'm wearing for the YouTube shopping event. I threw on these pearl flats. I wore these in London and they are very comfortable. I did pack some band-aids though, just in case. My skirt is from Quince, which I think they're gonna be there today. So I'm very excited to meet with them in person. I did meet some of the girls at LTKCon last year. This jacket is from Goelia. I shared this in a haul last year. And then just a basic white top. Honestly, bump friendly, comfy. It's a little bit chilly, but I don't know. I might end up having to take this jacket off. We'll see. But wish me luck. All right, I made it to the Google Pier. They're making us walk up this ramp, which is surprisingly kicking my butt. But it's such a nice walk here. I'm glad I had time to do that. Oh my God, I'm so out of breath now. I didn't end up vlogging a ton of footage from this day just because I was more so talking to some internet friends that I'd never see in person, or meeting some new people, talking with the YouTube shopping team, and that was sort of an all-day thing. It ended around 5 o'clock. From here, with that goodie bag, I was definitely not walking home, so I ended up Ubering back to the hotel, doing a quick change and heading out for dinner. I looked on TikTok on places to eat that were close to the hotel, and turns out the spot that I saw a few times was literally right outside the hotel. So I got a margarita pizza. It was so good, definitely hit the spot. And then again, had a very early bedtime. I'm pretty sure I went to sleep at like 8:30 that night. I just have to say, it is sometimes just the littlest details that make the biggest difference. For example, they did turn down service while I was at dinner. They laid this out. It wasn't laid out earlier. So they came in, like, did turn down, like closed that, which is normal for turn down. But another little detail, they turn the shower head so that when you turn the shower on, it doesn't fly out at you. It's just sometimes the little things that just make the service so much more top tier. Good morning, friends. I think the lighting might be a little scary in here, but I am getting ready for the day and I thought we could catch up on my game plan for the day. I am heading up to the Upper East Side area. Today is all about just frolicking and shopping is basically my goal. I'm going to start off, I think, at Ralph's to get a coffee, and then I might walk through Central Park depending on what stores I want to pop in and out of. I know I want to go to Bergdorf's and Saks here, which are at the very end of Central Park. So I don't really have a game plan, but that's kind of like how I like it, because I don't want to have any sort of strict timeline. But anyway, it's my last full day here. Basically, I'm calling this like my Mother's Day today. Extending the trip to have a little solo shopping day. But last night I went to bed so early. Both nights, honestly, I've just been exhausted from just being out, I think. I'm gonna finish up getting ready and then we are gonna head to the Upper East Side together. All right, here's a quick outfit of the day rundown. It's 8:30, so I feel like I'm doing pretty good on time, but I did wake up so early today, so I fully expect to have another early day in tonight. But I am heading up to the Upper East Side. I'm wearing this butter yellow dress, surprise, surprise, more butter yellow. I have just been loving this color. It was in my April favorites. I wore this dress actually on Easter, so I've just been reaching for it a lot. It's bump friendly, 20 weeks pregnant. And we're going with the classic white sneakers. I know I talk your ear off about them, but they are still a go-to 3 years later. And they still look nice with dresses or like nicer outfits because there's no logos. The quality looks amazing. They're just clean. They're lower profile on the ankle, so they don't add chunk on the bottom, which is one of my pet peeves with shoes. I do not like adding weight or chunkiness. I like things to be like slender. So that's pretty much my outfit. Pretty simple. I am bringing this layer that I wore in just in case I get cold between like the buildings. It's windy, but it looks like it's gonna be a really nice day. The sun's out. So I'm so excited for today. I'm basically calling it my Mother's Day. I'm gonna bring in my long chomp tote. I'm also bringing a hair clip because it can, again, be windy and I don't want my hair like whipping all in my face. So I'd rather just clip it up out of the way. I feel like this feels pretty heavy because I got snacks and I am bringing like a bottle with electrolytes and I got cough drops. I don't even know what's all in here. My camera. I can take this like YouTube little notebook out. Oh, catch my breath. But let's head to the Upper East Side. So the next morning I took a taxi up to the Upper East Side to start off my day. I grabbed an iced coffee from Ralph's, which is one of my favorite little coffee spots. And the shop itself is just beautiful. I just love to stroll. They have so many different things. I got up there actually a bit early. Stores didn't open until 10. So I decided to walk over to the Met and I just sat down by a fountain and enjoyed my little coffee while watching people line up to go explore the Met. This was actually just a couple days after the Met Gala. So they still had all the visuals from that up, which was really cool to see. And then from the Met, I ended up just strolling down Madison Avenue, popping in and out of stores. I went into Love Shack Fancy, I went into Zimmerman. Zimmerman had so many beautiful things, but I'm just not on the market for a Zimmerman dress at the moment, being pregnant. I had already done quite a bit of walking at this point and I was just ready to rest my legs. So I grabbed a bagel from Liberty Bagels. There was a lot of people there. There were a lot of people taking content and they had some really fun flavors to try. So I grabbed my lox bagel and walked over to Central Park to sit on a bench and enjoy my bagel. So I just had lunch. I got a lox bagel. I'm so annoyed. I forgot my vlog camera today. And today was like the day I had the most time to vlog. So we're on the phone, so hopefully you can hear me okay. But I'm walking up to one of my favorite little spots in Central Park to kind of take in the city. And it was funny just sitting there, people watching. They were definitely filming a TV show. My guess would be the Only Murders in the Building show. There was just a lot of people kind of blocking off a part. Oh, so pretty. But it was really funny because there was this family. I would guess they were not from the States. And they have just been taking in this squirrel for the longest time. Took so many pictures of it. And it was just so funny to see like 5 people taking photos and video of a squirrel. But it also was like, I guess they don't see those. And maybe there's more to them than I think, because I see them every day. And I think they all have rabies and I would never want to get close to one. So it just made me think differently about squirrels, or just when you're traveling and how different things are. Just kind of a funny little takeaway. Oh, you made it. From here, I went over to Bloomingdale's to again see what bag options they had at Chanel. They didn't have anything that caught my eye. And then I just started walking down 5th, and it turns out I was walking by the cathedral right at the point where they announced the new Pope. And so that was just a really cool, unexpected experience. The bells were ringing, there were camera crews everywhere. Just kind of filmed it, and it was just a cool random thing to experience. I strolled down 5th Avenue and then cut across over to Macy's because this week they were having their flower display, which is something that I hadn't seen. And I just wanted to kind of see what it was about, and it was just a really gorgeous floral exhibit all throughout. I just saw the main floor and I did stop into the restroom and just took a little break here. And then for whatever reason, I made the decision to just continue walking back to the hotel. It was about an hour-and-a-half walk from the Macy's where I was at. I ended up walking almost 11 miles. And I will say I was definitely feeling it the next, like it took me the whole weekend basically to recover. Oh My goodness, you guys, we have so much to catch up on today. I was about to jump in the shower and then I was like, no, we need to catch up. Today was kind of insane. I'm very proud of myself, honestly, for walking as much as I did, and I'm surprisingly feel good for how late it is. Yesterday and the day before at this time, I was like falling asleep in bed. It's 8:25. But I feel just like so energized from the day, which is shocking when I tell you what all I was up to. My cough is suddenly kind of returning. It is getting better. But anyway, I'm pulling up the map, or like my steps, because I am so curious how far I walked today. Not sure if you have any guesses, but it was a lot. I only took one Uber, if that's any hints, and I went to the Upper East Side, and I'm staying in Tribeca. So let's see how many steps I got in. Honestly, so my calf, I told y'all, cramped up the first night, which it did that in Sedona too. So I should have known better. I think just with the flight and just not drinking enough maybe. So I've been drinking electrolytes, but my calf has been sore, and it's honestly swollen because when I flex, I can barely see any muscle definition, and normally I have pretty prominent muscle. So I'm feeling that now. And my original plan tomorrow was to walk in this area a little bit more, because I really haven't explored Tribeca, because I've just gone north. I think they call it uptown here, but just gone more that direction every time. Google was that way. And I did West Village and SOHO the first day. So I haven't been able to go downtown or south. And so I was planning on going to the World Trade Center site, just because I have been so long ago. But I just kind of wanted to pay my respects there before I left town. So I haven't made it down there in a really long time. But the weather is not looking too hot. So I did ask the front desk if they could call me tomorrow if they have any very early massages, because I think that's what my poor pregnant body needs after today and this calf. So anyway, let's see. Well, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, just because I have a very limited time before I need to head to the airport. So we'll see. And I'll also see how I'm feeling tomorrow. So I got in 10.7 miles today, and 23,000, basically 500 steps. And I didn't wear my ring, so I think I actually probably walked a little bit more, because I don't think this is as accurate because it was in my handbag. So go mama over here. But I do really enjoy walking. I normally walk 45 minutes. I think my 40-minute walks have turned closer to 50 now that I'm pregnant. But I like to walk, if I can, an hour. But wait until you hear next who I walked right by. Oh, I think they're calling me about the spa. Hold on. Okay, so I ended up going back by Cornelia Street because I didn't love, I just wanted to do a story for it, and I didn't love the clips because there were cars in it. So I just frolicked through Cornelia Street, and as I was walking, I decided to get another big cookie. So as I was walking, I think it was on Bleecker Street, I walked right by Anna Wintour. There was no question. I did do a double take. I don't know if we made eye contact. I wouldn't be surprised if I just thinking that in my head, because she probably is in her own little world, but she had sunglasses on. But I did a double take and was yeah, that's legit her. And then kind of confirmed it by just knowing where she lives. It was right by there. So that was so cool. I don't have a lot of celebrity sightings in my lifetime. Although I did see Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth in Tybee when they were filming. And now we're back here, and I'm ready to jump in the shower and get my feet up and scroll TikTok probably. I don't feel like packing, but I probably should, just so I don't feel rushed in the morning. I don't know if I'm going to regret. I mean, you're never going to regret a massage, but at the same time, I like wish I could walk this area a little bit more. But it's saying like 100% chance of rain, and I don't know. And I won't have great visibility if it's very overcast here, so maybe next time. Yeah, overall it was a really great trip. I'm happy I came. I was a little worried about it being solo. It was kind of nice because I just did whatever I wanted when we just got to walk around and do whatever. So, and it was a gorgeous day too. I bought a dress from Hill House, and I got Josie some fun things I'm really excited to give to her tomorrow. Did some special shopping for her. She was like, how about I come with you next time? I'm like, that would be so fun, actually. Like, I can't wait for her to be a little, like, I could obviously take her now, but like, just to have like fun girls trips or things. Like, I think that would be so special. And then we'll also unbox, or not unbox, it's a bag. Let me just even show you how big this thing is. Oh my gosh, my off. Okay, this bag is insane. This is the brand like gift bag that we got at the YouTube shopping event. It has like this YouTube shopping keychain. So I haven't unzipped it or anything, so we will go through this tomorrow. What is this? Oh, all the brands. Here's Spanx, Quince, BK Beauty, which Lisa was there. She is so sweet. I can't believe I haven't tried her brushes before, so I'm excited to try those out. Free People, Fenty, Elf. Okay, time to shower. I'm not sure. I'll probably see y'all back in Atlanta because I'm probably not going to vlog tomorrow. Well, hello friends, I am back home and I'm going to share some of the goodies that was in the massive gift bag from the YouTube event, and I'm also going to share a fun New York haul as well. Everything that I picked up. I do also have a little bag unboxing, which I wasn't expecting to put in this video because I thought it was coming tomorrow, and so yeah, we're gonna unbox it together because it just showed up. Okay, I honestly can't even pick this gift bag up. It just has so much stuff, and I'm not even gonna be able to go through everything, so I'm just gonna kind of call out some favorites. First up, from Quince, they have a fragrance, which I didn't even know they had a fragrance, so we'll smell that. I was so excited that Quince was going to be there because they are a brand that I have been personally loving and I would love to continue working with. Another brand that I love, some Spanx Booty Boost leggings. Can never have enough. They're the best leggings. Okay, how have I not tried BK Beauty brushes before? I love Lisa. I've met her a few times at different events and she is so sweet, and I'm finally going to give her brushes a try. I hear these are the best from some of my friends. There is a beach waver, which if you haven't heard of beach waver, it's a curling iron that twirls for you. So I think that's really cool if you struggle with curling your hair or how to turn it, or if you have any like wrist or shoulder injuries that makes that difficult. As a former physical therapist, I think this is a really cool idea. All right, those are some highlights from the goodie bag. Now for the things that I purchased. I feel like I went into so many shops and I was just like waiting for things to pop out at me, and I just don't think a lot was speaking to me, maybe because I'm pregnant, I don't know. But I didn't buy anything until Thursday, and I was on the hunt for some special things for Josie because I told her I would do some special shopping for her. So I did pop into FAO Schwartz, the toy store, right off of 5th Avenue near Rockefeller, and found some good stuff for her that she was so excited about. I got her a Claris doll, which I have been looking for online, and they all look a little strange. So I was very excited to find this one. I'm talking about the Claris in Paris books, which she loves. So I got her that. I got her a fun little necklace and bracelet, which was actually her favorite thing. And also it was only like $6 or $7. So note to self for future gifts. Sometimes the little things are the most exciting. I also got her this little dress up rainbow dress that she has already been wearing and absolutely loves. She loves like rainbow color. I love that these were pastel. This was like a size 5'6", so I feel like she will be wearing this for the next few years. It matched her jewelry perfectly, which I couldn't find because she wore it to dinner last night, so I think it's downstairs. And then I popped into Hill House. I was really excited to go to their storefront because I have only ever shopped online. I am a big fan of Hill House. Truly wear their dresses multiple times a week, especially like if you are pregnant or looking for bum friendly or nursing friendly things. Highly recommend. But I got her this sweet little dress. I saw this online and had been eyeing it, but I did want to see it in person because I wasn't sure how I felt about the lines. But in person I really like it. It's really sweet with like a scalloped floral design. I did go ahead and size up in this dress to a 4'5". So hopefully she'll be wearing it for a little bit. And then for myself, I ended up getting this dress. I'm not sure what the name is. Let's see. This is the Scarlet midi dress. And it's just a white midi with sleeves with a Swiss dot detail. And I actually wanted to replace a very cheap Swiss dot Amazon dress that I have because I wear that one a lot, but the quality is not the best. The smocking isn't very supportive. So this one, I would say, if, like, I sized up in this to a medium just because the sleeves felt pretty compressive and tight. So I got a medium this and I love it. I know these dresses I live in, I call these like house dresses. I wear them obviously out of the house, but I equally wear them just as much around the house to feel put together and still be comfortable. So I know I'm going to get lots of wear out of that. All right, now on to the main event. I did end up splurging on a new handbag, and I'm kind of a little nervous to see how the color looks outside of the store because I felt like in store I was getting like mixed signals on the color based on their lighting. It was turning a little more like yellow gray. So let's see how it looks in real life, in real natural lighting. I went to so many different boutiques. I honestly wasn't looking for anything specific. Every time I go into Chanel, I ask to see their pink handbag selection. Normally it is very bright or too lilac for me, but I will say they had really pretty pinks right now if you're on the hunt for pink. I really loved, they had a trendy and then they had this cute little top handle style. I really liked the top handle style, but I just don't need any more small handbags. I feel like I'm good in that department. And even while I was in New York, I brought this, like I packed my classic flap, which this is the bag I typically carry around here every single day. But in New York, I didn't reach for it once because I just needed more space. For one, there was some chance of rain, so I wanted a little mini umbrella. I had vlog camera, I had cough drops because I was still dealing with some allergies, and I just needed a lot more than I can fit in that bag. So I was really looking for something a little bit bigger to where I could fit more. I'm always kind of lean towards more neutrals. I don't really love any of the funky designs in Chanel. I like things to be very classic. I like a top handle bag because I think they look very elegant. That's kind of like my handbag selection of choice. So there were a lot of really pretty pinks, but unfortunately they were all a little too small for what I was looking for. Although the last day I went into the SOHO Chanel and saw a gorgeous pink medium flap that wasn't there when I popped in on Tuesday. So I was really torn on which bag to get. Although I ultimately decided I did not want another medium flap. I already have a black and a beige, and I just needed something a little bit roomier, and I also would love something a little bit different, like with a top handle or something like that. And honestly, the price of them have just increased exponentially in the past few years. The bag is smaller, yet it's still more. So I ultimately decided to go with this new style that I haven't seen. So let's open it up together. I do still have some bags that I need to sell. It's just been on my to-do list for honestly like 2 years, and I just need to knock it off the to-do list. So hopefully this month I will get to that. Over on Instagram, ooh, the color is pretty. Okay, the color is really pretty. Okay, so I went for this beige top handle bag. They are calling this the flat bag with top handle, which if you're looking for the style is not helpful. So I will put a visual of the tag because the code is what you really need to hunt this bag down. They did have a lot in New York, like a lot of the different boutiques had this. I know they had it at Bergdorf's. I ended up getting mine at SOHO just because that's where I vibed with the sales associate the most. But I feel like this one checked all of the boxes, and it is a little bit bigger. I did pull my medium flap here because you're like, you just showed us a beige bag. But in comparison, you can see this one is much more cool toned and lighter, whereas this one's a very warm beige. Plus the size difference. I can definitely fit. Like I feel like I could have carried this with what I needed to carry around New York with a little umbrella and things like that. So for reference, the strap on this bag is technically not meant to be crossbody, but if I was in a pinch, I could wear it crossbody. This will just like kind of go into my boob a little bit, but it's meant to be more of a shoulder bag. One thing I did really like about it, you can't like drop in the strap. You could put it like on the sides and tuck it in. But I also think it looks really nice if you double it up like this and drape it over here. And then you can have, I did that wrong, hold on. I like how it drapes in the front, like this. You want the strap out of the way, but still kind of have it dangly, a little more casual. I think that's really nice. You can wear it on the forearm as well, and I feel like this looks still very much like classic Chanel, which is what I'm drawn to, but just gives me a little bit more room. It's very open on the inside. There's no flap to get in the way. Another thing that I was more drawn to for this compared to the classic flap is the weight. The classic flap does have more weight to it. It has that inner double flap here, which I do think adds weight, and it also is just kind of in the way when you're trying to get in your handbag. So that's why I ended up going for this style. Here's my new little handbag. Let me know what y'all think of her. But I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you on Sunday with either a Walmart or an Amazon haul. I'm not sure which one's going to go first, but those will be next week's videos. So I will see you then. Bye.